if I borrow one of Bob's sayings, what's wrong with right now? Unless you think about it. Really. Really. I sometimes refer to, do a reality check. Look around the room. What's wrong with right now?
I heard that, for instance, if you get angry, to take an obvious example, if you get angry and then it passes, it takes maybe 8 minutes, I believe, for chemicals of anger to leave your body.
Yeah.
So there would be something wrong with just now for those 8 minutes.
Why? Hold on. Why would that be wrong?
I'm not sure it would be wrong, but for the chemicals in your body to leave you.
Yeah.
If you're a seeming person, then it takes those 8 minutes and then you feel okay. If you haven't had any thoughts in the meantime.
What if you, let's just say those chemicals arose just for the hell of it, yeah? And then you had no thoughts about the chemicals. Zero. What's the problem?
See, I'm not sure that's possible, because there is this thing of recognition of what's happened because it's happened before. So
this is what I'm trying to point out, Lizzie. The mind constantly makes up stories about stuff.
Yep.
Constantly.
Yep.
It's never ending. It's relentless. It's relentless.
That's its occupation, after all.
That's the nature of the mind. You know, that mind that we'd love to be able to stop, that we'd love to be able to change, that we'd love to be able to alter. You know, that mind that's just doing its own thing. You're not doing any of it. Not responsible for it. It's just happening. Like I said, from where I sit, I don't see any suffering.
Would you say you did see suffering if my arm was hanging off?
Yeah. I know that there would be pain.
Pain?
Yeah. I know you'd be experiencing pain.
But that's not suffering.
Well, it's only suffering if the person then comes in and can't accept the fact that there's pain.
Yes.
Then there'll be pain and the person suffering.
Yeah.
But the catch there is no person suffering. It's just a story that the mind makes up. That's why, Lizzie, that's why I use that that pointer sometimes about amnesia. Yeah. A true experience of amnesia, yeah. Lizzie disappears.
There might still be a memory, a body memory of what pain was like.
Might be, schmight be. You don't know. Stop that.
No.
If we could eliminate your memory completely, gone, to the point when you look in the mirror, you've got to get the significance of this. You look in the mirror and you don't recognize the face.
That happens already, I have to say.
That happens to me too. I got that joke. Now, If we eliminate all that, where's Lizzie go? Seriously.
Yeah, but there's people with Alzheimer's. That must be how it is for them.
Don't know. Haven't experienced it. Don't know. That's another story.
Yes, but it's. I'm trying to answer your question, though.
Yeah, but you got to keep bringing it back to you. Keep bringing it back to you. See, and not that there's anything wrong with this, yeah, but your mind is quite active. It's constantly searching for answers. It wants to know. Constantly wants to know, yeah? Which is why, in fact, you're sitting here.
Yep.
Okay. And then you meet somebody like me, and I say to you, sorry about that, but the answer's not in the mind. Right? And your mind does like a brain fart with that. What the what? What do you mean? The answer's not in the mind. What? All answers are in the mind, you know? Like, I mean, look what we learn. Look, physicists, look what they've learned. They all use their mind.
Yeah, but Terry, it's rather awkward. You've hit on a double bind here. So, my mind constantly looks for answers. The answer's not in the mind. So because that's why I'm here, if my mind can't get it, what's my motivation to stay here?
That's a really good question.
My mind came up with that.
That's a really good question. What is it that keeps bringing you back?
Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah, and that's honest. That's honest. You don't actually know. That's the truth.
Mm.
Yeah. You don't know. What do we know? Like, really? What do we know? What do we know? That a rock's a rock?
My rock's not the same as your rock.
There you go. So that blows that out of the water. It's just a rock, right? Or a thing that we've decided to label with a sound, rock. And then we learn to write. And then we write the word sound or rock on a piece of paper, R-O-C-K. And then we take the word to be the rock.
Yeah, I remember that book. It was called The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat. Yeah.
I don't know that book, but it sounds intriguing.
Yes, it's about semantics. It's about this. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I keep trying to bring you back. Not just you, but there's nothing clearer coming up. What can a thought experience, Liz?
Nothing, no, nothing. Consciousness produced this capacity.
For experiencing to be experiencing. And then the mind makes up a story about that, doesn't it? It does. It just makes up a story about that. Like it makes up a story about a rock.
It interprets it, yeah.
Makes up a story about it. The story's not the experiencing. It's a story about it.
Yes.
Yeah. The word apple on a page. In a book. The word apple on a page in a book written in black print. The word apple. Is that an apple?
No, but there'd be as many pictures of an apple as there are people here. And I bet they're all red.
No, my apple's green.
Oh.
Is the word an apple?
Absolutely not.
Good.
Words are only representations of things.
Good. So the word is not the actual.
No.
Right. Good. And what gets used to define the person?
Oh, set of characteristics.
Words.
Words, yes.
Are the words the person?
Well, no, obviously, no, definitely not. But that sticks and stones may hurt my bones.
Are the words the person?
No, but honestly, you're getting pretty close.
Yeah. Good. So in the absence of words, what's the person?
The memory of the words.
No. There can't be a memory of the words in the absence of words.
There's a memory of the feeling of words.
In the absence,
around that, yeah.
Honey, in the absence of word, is the word the person?
No, the word's not a person.
Good. So what's the person? Now what you're going to do is you're going to use words to answer me. You're going to use words to try and describe what the person is or isn't.
I haven't got much choice.
Trying to get you to see what is being used to create the seeming person.
Words.
Right. Now, who or what are the words referring to?
Your idea of a seeming person.
No, that's words referring to other words, an idea.
The seeming person.
Notice words again. Yeah, go on. Watch your mind. Watch it. Watch it, Lizzie. Let it go. Let it go, though.
But it really only does have this tool unless I start miming.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
What was my question?
What do you use to define a seeming person?
Yeah, that was a little earlier, but yeah.
Oh, well,
Words, yeah.
words.
Words, yeah.
I mean,
Is the word rock the rock?
No, it's not. It's a representation.
Good. Is the word me?
No, it's a representation.
Good. What are all those words around personal self referring to?
Representation.
Yes, but what are they referring to? Who am I? What am I? What is the rock in the absence of word?
It's that thing on the thing.
Not the thing on the thing. Oh, you're great. Now you're struggling with words. That thing on the thing.
Yeah, Terry, but the difference between a person and a rock seems to be a rock's, you know, you can go trip on the rock and pick it up and squash things with it, whatever. But a person seems to be completely made up of descriptions. You know, like James is very fat or smart or
Good.
rich.
Good.
And
Good.
if you didn't have that word, then what would you be? You know.
Good. What did you just say then? What would you be?
Yeah, like
That's the question.
If you deleted all the words.
That's the question.
On the biography of.
That's what I'm pointing at. That's exactly what I'm pointing at. Would it necessarily mean you disappear?
No, there is something there, but it's no longer defined with these words.
Good. What's that thing there?
Well, you can answer it from your own perspective, but I don't think you can answer it in relation to some other person. I can't really. Like, I can assume that everyone's the same, but
sure.
the only thing that's left is this consciousness.
And your answer, would that be it?
Yeah, if I dropped everything, if I dropped all the memories and all the self-descriptions and all the descriptions of other people on me, and there was nothing left, there'd just be consciousness.
Good. And that you just said then, is that it?
Yeah.
No. What you just said then was told a story. Big, whole lot of language came out then.
That's right.
Trying to describe.
Yeah, I'm trying to describe like how you would reverse the process.
Yeah.
Building up a person.
And then I asked you, what you just said, is that it? And the answer still should have been no.
Is that it? What?
Can the description be the actual?
No, can never be that.
Good. So, James, tell me about yourself. Here comes the description.
That's right. Yeah.
Good. And is that description you?
They're just words.
Correct. It's just a description. Now, what's the real self there that these words are being used to try and describe, to try and paint a picture or a story around true self? We get so caught up in the words, in the symbols, in the story, and we take the symbols and the story and the words to be what I am.
Yes.
And clearly that's not true. Clearly that's not true. In the absence of the word, in the absence of the story, in the absence of thoughts, descriptions, symbols, and so on, in the absence of all that, now what? Great answer, James.
Yeah.
Great answer. It should be nothing. Now, what's your direct experience? Now, what's your direct experience in the absence of all that? When that ceases, now what? What's happening? Do you need mind To be
No.
to be conscious, aware. Do you need mind for it?
No.
Yeah. Now, what do you want to do? You want to be this? Or do you want to be that?
Yeah. No, don't want to be that one.
Yeah. Jesus. You don't. It's a matter of seeing. I'm trying to get you to see that you are not that. I don't give a shit what it's saying. Everything it says is not you. Like the word rock is not the rock. Mind right about now, James should be going blah, blah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you? Here or there? Where are you? Here or there? In your direct experience, where are you?
Here.
Yeah.
Where
Where
else?
have you been? Where have you been?
Well, you've always been here, but you get
Good.
caught up in time.
Yeah. We live in here. And the whole world gets created in here. Whole perception of your idea of the world, James, and your idea of self and me and James and my life and where are you really?
Not there. No.
Not there. You want to know why you're not there? Because you're aware of it, my friend.
Yes.
You're aware of it, James. You can't be in there if you're aware of it. Where does awareness take place? Yesterday, tomorrow, or here?
Yeah, here.
Yeah. You're conscious right now?
Yes.
Good. Start becoming conscious of conscious. The answer's not in the mind. It's not in there. And you're not in there. You're not in there. That's the dream. Mind is the dream. You're not in there. I don't care what it's saying. It's not you. Come back to your direct experience of here. Here. You know, the mind might go, yeah, what's the big deal? Yeah, right. And then just come back to here again. Leave it alone. Bob would say, just don't go there. Full stop. As one of his favorite expressions. Full stop. Stop. Don't go there. Stop. Full stop. Pause. Pause. He used to say that. Pause. Where are you? Here. Good. Yeah, but blah, blah, blah. Full stop. Pause. Don't go there. So I remember early, when I was saying to you, Lizzie, yeah, and I don't see suffering at all. At all. totally imagined, totally made up in a mind. Totally. Yeah. If it was real, I'd be able to see it. Yeah. Like your arm hanging off. Oh, yeah, man, that's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. You look perfectly fine. Nothing wrong. Zero. In the beginning was the Word. I love it. Be childlike. Prior to Word. That's where you discover your essence. That's where you discover. And we go looking for it with this. You know, this symbolic creator of a big storytelling thing. We go looking for it with that. You like trying to use, you know, mathematics to work out what consciousness is. What are we going to measure? What is consciousness? Oh, it must be in the brain. Let's go looking there. It must be in the brain. What would one's day be like if you had a whole, complete day? Just a day in your life. A whole, complete day where no thought happened. Doesn't mean you'd cease to see, hear, taste, touch, smell. No thought. Can you imagine the silence? A whole day. Nothing. Zero thought. See you, Janine. Thanks for joining us. Just a day. A day. Nothing. Zero. What would that be like? Where would you find yourself? Where would you be? Just constantly now. Constantly here. What would that be like? A whole day. No thoughts. Would it mean consciousness would disappear? Awareness would disappear? A whole day. Nothing. You think the day would take a long time to go by? You're like, watching a kettle boil. It's like time stops. A whole day. Quiet. I mean, nothing. What would that be like?
Terry, I think it would be like discovering things for a new, like all afresh and new, because words are labels. Labels are on people and things, and once we have a label for something, we think we know it, and once we know it, once we see the object, we don't see it anymore. We only see the label. So if you remove those labels, then it becomes a mystery and new and fresh and exciting again.
Exactly. Exactly.